the scene of the world till apparently 1955 to 1985, we say is living incognito. So this is an event that shook the whole of India. January 17, 1941. Just before that, let me give you a little background of what was the canvas then. The British realized around 1940s that they have to put Subhash in prison. They are, and it is proved later, that if anyone they were afraid of was Subhash, because of his popularity, especially in the section of the youth at that time. He was a Bengali, born in Cuttack, Odisha. But he was not limited to Bengal. He was a friend of everyone in India, especially the youth. He was president of Indian National Congress because of other states like Punjab, Maharashtra, and youth of South. They loved him. They got inspired by him. Why? Because he had something that they found not present in other leaders of that time. He could stand up to anyone, look at their eyes, and had the courage to tell them his own convictions. Even if he were a person like Hitler. So this shows the unbelievable journey that he could make when British put him in prison, and then in 1940s later months he started doing fast unto death, and that time British transferred him from prison to house arrest in Kolkata. And that was perhaps December 1940. And so a few days after that, he was found missing from his home. There are many instances where this is discussed and described in main detail. For the sake of time, I don't know how much time I have, but I'm going at my own pace. So I wanted to focus on the flavor of all these things without going into details. So he went through Afghanistan to Russia, and then to, can you all see that? That's the part that he went to Singapore, Bangkok, and then he went to Germany to meet Hitler. And there, his proposition to Hitler was, give me the Indian army that are in your jurisdiction as POW, and I will take them and free India, motherland. There from he went to meet the Japanese President Tojo, and there he again requested the same proposition. With the help of Japan and the Southeast Asian nations, he was able to do this, which was really an inspiring story for a lot of us who lived through British rule and 200 years of colonization, which is still having its effect on us. So 30th December 1943, Subhash hosted the national flag for the first time at Port Blair, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. He also announced the islands the first Indian territory freed from the British rule. You can imagine this was not a trivial task. Only a person like him, guided by his love for motherland and impelled by his innate spirituality, could accomplish this. Being subjugated by the British, and for that reason developing a slave mentality, this was incredible accomplishment. We will see, really, this is not something that came from out of blue. It happened as a culmination of many, many events that led to this throughout his life. Those events, I'll point out, showed his goal. This is a letter handwritten that shows some of what I was talking about. Dated November 29, 1944. So before that, the peak has been reached. Here he is writing to his army men that for obvious reasons he had to take off from the sail of Nepean. I want to send you my love and all good wishes for the services of your work. I have no son of my own, and read the underlined sentence, but you are to me more than my own son, because you have dedicated your life to the cause. And what is the cause? Which is the one and only goal of my life, the freedom of Bharat Mata. I'm confident that you will always remain true to this cause and to Bharat Mata. I will have to reduce it. I am sorry that I could not be with you, or I could not stay with you before leaving, or I could not see you before leaving, because I had to leave. And then he says that, but I am sure I will be with you in spirit. So that was his last letter to his army men, who were like his sons, no, more than his own son. That's what he wrote. And that shows how he used to look upon those people who are fighting for the same cause. That was his dream. Here I will try to show you a little bit of, I hope it works, a small.
You need the Wi-Fi. You need to be connected to the Wi-Fi to make it run.
So can we help?